Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, and this is Timberborn. Okay, we are on day 3 of this cycle. I've spun on for about a day, basically. Food-wise, we're doing stunningly well. This new farming area is providing a significant amount of food, which is good. What's happening over here? What are you doing? You're making soybeans. How many soybeans do we have? Not a huge amount. Don't have a huge amount of mushrooms either. Okay, well that's fine. One thing I've noticed is that in trying to balance our population, yeah, we went a bit too far the other way. So I've turned all of our breeding pods back on again. Yeah. Over here, everything is progressing. This is already filled up. I did drain this, at least down sort of 3 levels, and it's filled up in a day. So, yeah, there is no way we're going to be able to build a reservoir big enough to store all of the bad water that comes out of here. That is absolutely a pipe dream. But what we can do is look at unlocking the bad water discharge. And we'll be able to pop that on there and basically control the flow. Which is an idea. It means we're not just sending it through here and polluting all of this water. Which opens up a bit more land for us, certainly around here at least. And if we get some dynamite on this section, we can lower this and have a bit more farming land around here. And we could probably put in a dam down here to keep this fertile during the droughts. So that's what I'm thinking. Obviously, we need 4,000 science points for that. We have 1,360 currently, which you may notice is not enough. But I also want to build up our population again. We have a couple of spare bots at the moment. This is still running. We are still replete with bot parts, so that's fine. Oh, we have our grease factory in. So we have doubled our grease output, which will hopefully help. We've got none stored over here. And well, we got a little bit stored over there. And a little bit stored up there. So that's not terrible. It's not great. But hopefully having that will increase that. We're probably also going to want another food factory. Because we have one over here which is currently making eggplant rations. We have 300 eggplants. Yeah. But we'll also want to make corn rations as well. We have 770 odd corn at the moment. So getting through that and turning that into actual food would probably be a good idea. In fact... Yeah. Let's switch this off fermented mushrooms and pop this onto eggplant rations so we can increase our storage for those. Yes. Okay. In addition to needing 4,000 science points for the dump, we will need 300 gears, 200 metal blocks, and 50 dynamite. The dynamite we're good for. Metal blocks we're good for. Gears we're not. We need a lot more gears. Do have the gear factory switched on over here. We do have the gear factory switched on over here as well. Okay, that's fine. That should start building up then. Right. What am I going to do? Well, over here, I'm putting in some irrigation barriers along here. Somebody did mention in the comments that all of this was going to die during the bad tide. And I did specifically leave a gap around the edge so that I could put in irrigation barriers. I did accidentally put an oak seedling on the corner there. I meant to leave that space free for a irrigation barrier. But we'll see how it does. If the bad water contamination does spread through here, then we'll just unplant that and replace it with another irrigation barrier. I feel like I've said irrigation barrier a lot. Okay, so another food factory means another engine, essentially. How much does a food factory require? 120 horsepower. So I could shut down one of these smelters. Or I could, in theory, replace that, because we're not really using that one anymore. But I could replace one there and turn that one back on, couldn't I? Yes, that's what I will do. Okay, so we won't replace it, we'll just turn it off, and we'll pop a food factory in there. That does share power, so that's good. And you are going to be making corn rations. And we're probably going to want some storage for corn rations as well. So let's have ourselves a large warehouse, slightly off the path so we can build stairs up should we need to. Okay, and you are going to be storing corn rations. Okay, I'll spin on and let them get some of this building work done. Right, I've played on until the start of day 7. As you can see, our... carrying explosives. Cool. Our food factory is in, and we'll be producing corn rations as soon as we get a beaver in there. We're still waiting for our storage to be built over here, because we are terminally short of logs. I've extended the planting a little bit over here. As you can see, I've just basically filled in behind the farmhouse and the forester over here. Over here, the oak trees are slowly coming in, so we're getting a steady supply of logs from over here. Over here, I've extended the pine planting a little bit there. And honestly, there's no real reason why I shouldn't extend the oak a little bit as well. Let's bring that to there. Just thinking they're not going to be able to get any further along there unless I bring a path around. So let's bring a path down to here. That should allow them to... They could already reach these ones. We're just waiting for the logs, basically. And the treated planks. I think I need to turn my... Although the wood workshop is on, that is producing planks, that's fine. Yes, so we can definitely stretch out a little bit further with this oak plantation, can't we? Where are we? Oak. Yeah, that should do, shouldn't it? They can reach all of that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That will help in the future, and I'm wondering if we should possibly come down here and do the same thing. There's not as much space down here. And our population isn't replenishing as quickly as I hoped it would. But let's put in a lumberjack there. We'll open it up for bots. And we will clear out all of these dead trees here. How far will you be able to reach? Up to there. Good, good. So clear that out and maybe bring a path along the edge here. It should be okay even during the bad tide. It's not going to spread too far because it's going to be up at least 2 levels. So maybe putting in a hole and a water dump to irrigate this area wouldn't be a bad idea. And use this for more tree planting. Yeah, let's think about that. Okay. We've still only got 2,000 science points, despite our raft of science buildings. I was thinking about unlocking the number cruncher, but it does, again, take a lot of power. 500 horsepower. It would free up a lot of beavers, obviously. Why aren't you doing anything? Because we're full of soybeans? Okay, well, let's pause you for the moment then. And that means we can also pause that power wheel. That frees up a couple of beavers. They can go and work in one of our hauling posts. Okay. All I can really do is spin on, build up our science, build up our stock of gears if we can. Is it worth turning this off for the moment? It might be, yes. Right, let's pause that for the moment. Doesn't look like any of the part manufacturers are required either. Okay, that's fine. Right, somebody mentioned in the comments that I hadn't turned this over to bot production, and that's absolutely right, I hadn't. Largely because we're not using it. We are pretty much full in terms of extract at the moment, so we don't need that one on as well. So there wasn't any point in switching it over, but I will do so just for sake of completeness. Okay, yeah, I'm going to spin on. There's not a lot else I can do at the moment. We're just waiting for our supply of logs to build back up. And in theory, you'll probably harvest some of these as well, won't you? Yeah, okay, so that should speed up there. I'll probably want another... Nope, that's the wrong tab. I'll probably want another lumberjack up here. Because once all this starts coming in, it's going to be a big job to get it collected in time. So, yes. That's where we will spin on. Right, day 11. And we are still in a bit of a log crisis. We still don't have a huge amount of logs in storage. We're going through them at a heck of a rate. And we're also starting to run a little bit low on canola seeds, because we're obviously making a lot of oil to turn into grease and to use in food and things like that. So, I have, for the moment, unplanted this section of corn. We still have this section over here, and we still have 1,000 corn in stock. We're probably okay for corn. So yeah, I've unplanted this. Looks like they are still harvesting it. So when it's clear, I'm just going to replace all of that with canola as well. It should clear up pretty quick. Let's just start with the bits they've emptied. So yeah, I'll wait until that's all grown and that's all harvested, and then, as I say, replace it bit by canola. So we'll supplement our tiny little patch that, to be fair, has served us pretty well up until now. Just this tiny little bit here has provided all of our oil needs up until now, but it needs a little bit of help. We are continuing planting up over here. I'm not going to bother laying in the irrigation barriers along here for the moment, just because they require 10 logs each and we don't have them. How are we doing for planks? Planks were fine. It's just the treated planks that's taking a little while. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter so much if the pine here dies back, because it's fairly quick growing, so it's fairly easy to replace. How are we doing in terms of population? Might need more breeding pods, or it might just be a case of switching some more stuff over. In fact, 500. I want to save the science. Okay, well, how about I'm going to switch that over to bot production, and I'm going to switch that one over to bot production as well, I think. Yes. And with the 2 bots remaining, I will switch our bot assembler back on and get a couple of spares. Yeah. Okay. I'll spin on. Probably at this point it'll be spinning on to the start of the drought or bad tide, whichever it happens to be. Day 14, we've got 1 day left before the drought arrives, and it is going to be a drought. And I thought I should be thinking about enlarging some of our water reservoirs to give us more water to draw on during the drought. So I've put in some explosives down here to get rid of this little nubbin of land. So let's set those off. There we go. Okay, and now we have to look at all of this. Right, let's get rid of some of this path because we don't need it all. That might be okay. Let's have a look. Yep, that's all good. So we can get rid of all of this. And then once they've laid that in, I'll draw the path back and get rid of this as well. Obviously going to bring that down too. Yeah, we did blast all the way down to the bottom for this one. That's fine. We'll need to do the same over here. So we'll need to remove this and then use explosives to bring all of this down to the lowest level, which I think... not entirely sure. I think that's another 2 tiles down. But we'll see. Obviously, that's not going to be done before the drought. They'll not finish laying all this in before the drought. But I can get them continuing to lay in along this section. And wait until the waters return. But we'll come back at the start of the drought and see how long it's going to be. Still waiting for all of this corn to grow so I can get rid of it and replace it with canola seeds. That's fine. We still have plenty to be going along with for now, I think. Not 100% sure, but I think. Okay. I'll spin on till the morning. We'll see how long the drought is going to be. There we are, 7 days. That should be okay. We've mastered longer than 7-day drought, so we shouldn't have any problem there. I've shut off the pumps here. I've closed up this gate, shut off the pumps here. Done all of that stuff. Okay. What I think I'll do is if I shut that one and open that. I mean, we didn't have any water in this when the drought hit, which is unfortunate. But let's see about draining some of this out, shall we? That seems like it's working and not spilling over. Okay, we'll do that. I'll lower it bit by bit until it's only 3 high. And we'll leave these 3 pumping throughout the drought and see how much of it they get rid of. Okay, everything else is going okay, as you can see. Yeah, I'm just going to spin on through the drought. Oh, one thing I did do, now that I think about it, our population is hovering around the 120s mark. And we have, or did have, 12 breeding pods. So I've put in another one with the thought that that might bring it up into the 130s. So each of these basically gives us around 10 beavers to play with, as it were. That sounds wrong. No, I don't like the way that sounds. Yes, but it gives us 10 beavers to work with. Slightly better. So yeah, I've put in another one, and hopefully that'll bring us up into the 130s, which will give us a few spare workers. Okay, but yes, I will spin on. Okay, last day of the drought, and I completely forgot that these actually stop irrigation as well, because they're irrigation barriers, because I'm an idiot. And so we've got a lot of dead trees here. It's not going to matter. They'll be okay until the water returns. But I'm going to put in some dynamite there and some dynamite there, and I'm going to put in a couple of water dumps to maintain the hydration in this area, I think. Ooh, although, second thoughts. Let's do this again. Let's just have a strip of water just all the way along there to hydrate all of that area. Yeah, and just run it with one water dump. That's the easiest way of doing it. I don't know why I bothered pausing it. Okay, but everything else is going fine. Oh, we've just cleared the last of the corn out of here, so we can replace that with canola. We're still not doing great with canola seeds. We've started to get a couple coming in over here. And obviously we've lost a bit over here because of the drought, but that's fine. We still have plenty. We still have plenty of oil currently. He says, just checking we have plenty of oil currently. We do have plenty of oil currently. These explosives are laid in, so I'm going to set these off before the waters come back. There we go. And do the same over here. There we go. And obviously we're going to need to build steps down into here so that we can lay in the next layer of explosives. I don't think I'm going to bother removing all of this and removing all these sort of odd bits of land here. I think I'll just blow holes in where it's already clear. I will remove this. To be honest, though, if I'm going to do that, I might as well, because I'm going to be removing the water dump anyway, so I might as well take the platforms out at the same time. Yeah. We can remove this, can't we? Because this isn't being used. Yeah, okay. No, yes, that's what we'll do. We'll, Oh, I don't know. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to destroy this one. I'm going to destroy the platforms. One at a time, apparently. There we go. And once this is built, I'll lay in explosives on here as well. I'll be able to reach from this level, so that's fine. Yeah, bring all this down to the same level and then destroy all of this. Then come across here, do the same. That's fine. Yes, that's what I'll do. I know what I'm doing, honest. Genuinely, I know what I'm doing. Right, let's spin on a few minutes until the waters return, shall we? There we are, end of the drought. Okay, yeah, we did fine, obviously. We've still got over 4,500 food. We've still got over 2,000 water. Absolutely fine, no problem at all. Right, I can switch these two pumps back on. I can drop this down. I completely forgot to do this, so we'll bring this back up to 2.5. We'll drop that. We'll lift that. We'll drop that. There we go. Okay. Now, in addition, we have over 4,000 science points, so we can unlock the bad water discharge. Let's do that. And we can pop it in there, but we need to be able to get up there first. So easy enough to do. And then we should be able to get in and do that without actually having to get into the bad water to build it. We should be able to build it from this level. In fact, what would be quite a good idea would be to pop in a lumberjack up here and get rid of these dead oaks. You know, since we're here. There we go. Get rid of all that. Get those steps built, and then we'll come back and we'll put in the bad water discharge. Okay, we have built our steps up here. We've put our lumberjack in. I've put it on bot work just to get through it quickly, really. Now, bad water discharge. Right there, please. Yes. There we go. We need 300 gears. We have 300 gears. We need 200 metal blocks. We have 500 metal blocks. And we need 50 explosives. We are fine for explosives. Okay, so that should build itself, and then we'll figure out how it works. So we've built the steps down here. That can be reached. Okay, so pathwise. That will be absolutely fine. That's way more than we need, I would imagine. We're going to bring this down one level as well. So, oh yeah, I could have brought the path right back there. In fact, let's do that. Bring it back to there, just to be sure. Yep, we can still reach all of that. That's good. Right. Some more of that. And that. And all of that. And a bit of that. Okay. We can set these explosives... Oh, oops. We can set these explosives off. And we can carry on and fill in that last bit as well. Okay. That'll take them a little while to do. As I say, we do have the explosives for it, even with the... what is it? 50 we need up here. Okay, over here. Oops, that was a good shot, wasn't it, John? Well done. We have these set off. So. There we go. And we can pop in... Nope, not landscaping. We can pop in a fluid dump right there. And we can cover all of that with platforms. And then what I'll do is I'll actually delete this path and bring it around that way. And then we'll fill this in with more planting. Just keep the path on that walkway. Oh, over here, we have cleared this area entirely of scrap. That's now empty of scrap, so I can delete that. We are still bringing in scrap from over here, so we're not short on scrap metal for the moment. Obviously, we're going to need to be running our smelters to replace all of the metal blocks that this is going to require. But that's fine. Okay. Okay, the other thing I did think about was maybe... because I did put a charger up here as well. Which means it isn't getting full power to these two, because it would need 250 and I think 230 something? 220. Yeah. But I was thinking about maybe putting in a couple of batteries on here. But I don't know. I don't know. Probably don't need them, honestly. Probably having that running at sort of slightly less than 100% is probably fine. So we'll leave it for the moment. We do have 2 other charges down here. We've got 2 here. And another 2 there. We could get one on there, couldn't we? We've got, what, 80 horsepower spare on that circuit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put in a charging station. Let's put one in there like that so we can come off the side. Yeah. That's good. Okay, right. I will spin on until our bad water discharge is complete. And we've laid in these explosives. Okay, there's our bad water discharge done. And basically it says it has 2 statuses. Open or closed. That's it. So we're going to have it open at the moment. Because we obviously want it to run all of this. We do keep getting some interruptions to our water coming through here. But that's probably because we've got so many dams and everything just choking the supply. Looks like we are... Yeah, we're starting to lay in the explosives down here as well. We still have 275 of them. That should be plenty. Yeah. Our wood supply is back up to nearly 1,000. So that's good. We're getting some canola bought in now, which is good because we were running quite low. Yeah, everything is going pretty swimmingly, I think. None of this has been built over here yet, because obviously we're waiting for everything else to be completed first. Oh, I could probably turn those back on, couldn't I? Not that we need them, but I could probably turn them back on. We're up to 133 beavers. So it looks like my assumption on the breeding pods here was correct. Each of them provides about 10 population, 11 population, something like that. Excellent stuff. Right. I'm going to... What am I going to do? I'm going to spin on until these explosives are done. Oh, we can pause that lumberjack flag. That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to spin on until these explosives are done. Day 9. And we've got our water dump set up over here. So all this is hydrated, and I've filled in the little bits in between there with oak trees. Just to increase our wood supply, which again is doing fine now. We've got over that little hump. 5,000 food, I think we're doing okay there. Still hovering around 2,000 water, which is fine. That's basically the storage we have, is about 2.3 maximum. Yeah. Maximum 2,310 water storage. So first thing in the morning after the nighttime drinking sessions, everything's done. That's good. Right. Okay, up here we have our discharge in. Don't know what I'm going to do with that, to be honest. It might be an idea just to shut this off and stop all of this working. So we'll pause that. We're going to have to pause that as well, unfortunately. We'll unpause. Where are we? We've still got plenty of metal blocks. No, we'll leave that one off for the moment. And let's close this up. We can pause those pumps. And because this is no longer flowing, once it stops flowing down here, there we go. We can now close that up. And all of that bad water there will be washed away, in theory, once we get water actually flowing through here. There we go. So that will wash away all of that bad water in there. That helps. That's certainly an improvement. Okay. We are going to leave the episode there. We do have, over here, a bunch of explosives laid in. So we're going to set those off. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. Please give us any comments down below. Gratefully received, all of them, even if I don't always apply what is said. Certainly not in any timely fashion. But I think we're doing okay. As I say, please do give us a like and a subscribe, all of that stuff. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.